Hi guys, so this video is going to be about my experience in Iceland, what worked for me, what didn't work for me, my budget, what I was looking for, a little backstory. And I kind of struggled with finding a video that was my style. I wanted to do a little bit of everything. I wanted to do nature, explore the city life a little bit, and I was interested in what there was to do at night. And also I was on a shorter travel time. I was only there for 4 days. So I noticed that a lot of the videos that I found were for a lot longer. Hopefully this video will help anybody else who's going for a short amount of time and wants to do a little bit of everything. Yeah, so let's jump right in. I've got my phone here because I wrote down all my suggestions and a nice little glass of wine to keep me some company. For starters, number 1, my flight. So it's a 7-hour difference from where I'm at. I left here early evening and I landed there in the morning. I thought that it would be a great idea because I would have the whole day to explore. Naturally, I was too tired. So my suggestion would be get there at a time where you can actually check into your hotel. I got there at 7 in the morning, and by the time I got my rental car and did all of that, I arrived at my hotel at 9 o'clock, and it was way too early to check in. So I googled a place to get breakfast. I went and got some breakfast, and after breakfast I was literally exhausted. Between travel time, flight, everything, I was just exhausted. Go to sleep early and wake up in the morning and then start my journey in Iceland. So that would be my first suggestion, is to get there at a time where you can check in right away, because lingering around was just terrible and I don't suggest it. Number 2, my car. So I pre-booked my car before I went, and I got just like a regular sedan 4-door car. Bad idea. The roads are so narrow, so don't be cheap with your car. I would highly recommend an SUV or a Jeep, something a lot bigger. The roads are just so narrow, so every time a truck passed by, I was like, oh my god, we're gonna get blown away. Spend a little bit more money on the car. You'll be so thankful later. Suggestion number 3, cash in card. So I only exchanged 200 USD, and I realized that that was more than enough. There was a place to buy food for the horses, so we needed cash for that. So that was really great that we had cash. But besides that, you don't really need cash for anything else. It's nice to have some cash just in case, so you don't really need it. I used a regular Chase credit card. I don't have a PIN for it because it's not my debit card, it's like the actual credit card, and that worked too. Like at first at the gas stations I was a little confused because when you put your card in, it asks for a PIN, but if you just go inside and tell them that your card has no PIN, they'll unlock it and then you can just use your card. Not a big deal, you just don't need to exchange that much money. And snacks. Take a lot of snacks. I actually took a whole carry-on luggage of just snacks. And I'm not talking like 2 granola bars. I literally took granola bars for like an entire week. I took potato chips. I took all kinds of snacks that I can throw in my backpack and just take on the road with me, and thank goodness. All of the drives from Reykjavik to like the waterfalls and the geysers, all of that is so far. Load up on snacks. Like honestly, you can't have enough. So just load up on them. Take a reusable water bottle, a thermos, so I made tea every morning, and my tea stayed hot. I like to have tea or coffee, so I was like, alright, take some tea. Even though I'm not everybody's cup of tea. That's okay. But yes, another suggestion is, what suggestion am I on? Is this 3 or 4? Or 5? I don't remember. Flight, car, cash, snacks. Suggestion number 5, I think. Dedicating one whole day to exploring the city of Reykjavik. So the city was so cute. There's so many different churches you can visit with great views. There's shopping areas. There's so much cute stuff. There's the Grotto Lighthouse. I'm going to list all of the places in the city. All right. That I went to visit, and they're driving distance from where we stayed, so it would have been nice to have one entire day to visit all of these different places. They're not far, they're like 6 minutes from each other, so I would definitely suggest dedicating one entire day to just exploring the city, staying in Reykjavik, and seeing what the city has to offer. Another suggestion is the Blue Lagoon. It was beautiful and so relaxing. I would also suggest one entire day for the Blue Lagoon. Go during the day. So I got there when it was daytime, but then the sun was setting, so I got to see both. But it's so gorgeous during the daytime. Definitely go during the day. The nighttime is cool too, but you can't really see anything. You can't even see that the water is blue. From Reykjavik, it was like a 45-minute drive. You can also go to the Blue Lagoon during the day, and then if you're going to go early in the morning and then explore the city in the afternoon, that would also be like a good combo if you're pressed for time. My third route I would take is, we went to go see some waterfalls and the black sand beach. It was like 2.5 hours away. It was so far. So that was one whole day. We saw 2 waterfalls. One you don't have to pay for, one you did have to pay for, but they were both so beautiful. I'm happy that we did both. And then the black sand beach, again, one whole day. I mean, you're driving for 2.5 hours. Line break. You're driving for so long. Honestly, you're gonna be tired when you get back. It's like 2.5 hours there. This is from Reykjavik, so it's like 2.5 hours there, 2.5 hours back. By the time you get back to Reykjavik, you're just gonna wanna relax. I mean, it takes the entire day, so you're gonna wanna get dinner. You're just gonna wanna chill out. So one whole day for that. I will list again the waterfalls that I visited right here, so you can check those out. So when I went to visit the Great Waterfall, the geysers, I went to the tomato farm. That was also really fun. And when I list this route, I'm actually going to list it in order because this was like the best driving day. The furthest place we went to this day was 1 hour and 45 minutes away. But the good thing about that is I planned the route to make a lot of little stops in between. So we were stopping like every 45 to 30 minutes, which was amazing to get out of the car, explore the area, take some pictures, hop back in, drive for another 45 minutes or whatever it was. There are like some cafes at some of the places, so I'm gonna list all of that route right here in the order that I would suggest. Oh, nightlife. Yeah, that was so fun. So we went out. There was like a bunch of bars. I went to, I don't know the streets, and honestly they're like way too hard to pronounce for me anyway, but we went to B5, American Bar, and just like a couple little other spots. The good thing about those is you can kind of hop around. It's just like a street with like all of these bars on it. They close super late and there's all different types of music. I'll list the ones that we went to also. Excursions. Yeah, the excursions. So I would suggest pre-booking your excursion. I found like tons of different prices. So you just kind of have to do research on those. Because there's so many different companies offering the same things. We couldn't do our tour because it got canceled for 2 days because there was a storm. So that really, I was really looking forward to that, and it was unfortunate, but it happens. But definitely pre-book and look around. Don't book the first one. because you can compare prices, because there's all different prices out there. What suggestion am I on? There's no way I'll ever remember. Dress warm. I noticed that my hands and my ears were like the most important. The wind chill is so insane there, so definitely take something to keep your ears warm, your hands warm. We came from New York, so it's already cold here, so I was kind of like expecting it to be cold, but definitely gloves, something to keep your, like, stay warm. Like, wear something underneath, like thermals, bundle up, like. This is my itinerary. This thing I planned every single day for us. I was so happy I had this because I put suggestions to do if we had extra time, and those really helped out when all our excursion got canceled. I will say the Northern Lights was an excursion I would book. It's like a whole mission. You have to look at the cloud levels, like if there are low clouds, middle clouds. You have to look at the aurora forecast. It's like a lot. You have to know where to go, to drive north, south, like all different things. So if I could have booked an excursion, it would have definitely been like the Northern Lights, because that was something I wanted to see. I feel like professionals know exactly where to drive, what they know what they're looking for, where like I didn't really know. We just looked at the cloud levels. We asked the concierge every day like if we could go see the Northern Lights or if we had a chance. Kind of just only book an excursion for like an ice cave or like snowmobiling or like glacier hiking, like things that you probably can't do by yourself. I hope this helps anybody who kind of wants to see a little bit of everything and wants to experience a little bit of everything. And I hope this helps you. And